How do you know when it's time to quit or pivot from something? Well, that's what I want to try and explain in this video. I just want to preface this part of the video and say that I know sometimes when you're trying to do something, it gets difficult. There'll be ups and downs, and I don't want to be the person to tell you that it's time to quit or pivot. I want to leave that decision up to you because I know you might be going through a roller coaster of emotions right now. But I do want you to persevere through whatever it is you're going through. But if you're on the fence about it, I do hope this video can help. I've told this story many times, but when I started on YouTube back in 2012 uploading gaming videos, people made fun of me and I stopped doing it for that reason. I've since come to terms with it and I've realized that I shouldn't have let other people dictate what I wanted to do. Anyway, I then tried another gaming stint on YouTube back in, I believe, 2016, and I stopped uploading again because my mom passed away. And I really sat down and asked myself if I really wanted to upload gaming videos or if I wanted to upload more meaningful content, which is why I pivoted to these videos now. Now, you might be wondering when it's time to give something up or when it's time to pivot to something else because you've been working on your hobby for a while or your business venture or whatever it is. And the first thing I want to tell you is that it's perfectly okay to quit something or to want to pivot away from something to do something else. That's what's great about life. It's almost like a video game in a sense. Life is like a video game because you can basically do what you want to an extent. Some people are working on getting a lot of in-game currency. Some people work to make their player the strongest player. Some people want to explore the map over anything else, and that's what's great about it. But let's say that you were one of the people that wanted to explore the map and then you wanted to switch to something else. You can do that too. There isn't one thing that's linked to your player that defines what you do for the rest of your game, or in this case, your life. You can pick up things here, drop things there, and do whatever has your attention at the moment. If you're finding that your hobby or whatever it is causing you more headache than it's worth, then I think it might be time to switch it up. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but nothing is worth your mental health. I think if something is making you feel unhappy, or if you've started seeing it as a job or a chore or something that you're dreading doing, then it might be time to switch or hang it up. The reason I still make videos is because I've fallen in love with the process of making videos and seeing how things are going to look on camera and other things like that. I like being behind the camera. The likes and comments and subscribers isn't the end goal. Making good, meaningful, impactful videos is the end goal. If someone watches my video and says, man, that was a good video, that's the end goal. Success to me isn't about how much money you make. It's the difference that you make in people's lives. The next thing I would say that you should consider is if the personal cost outweighs the benefit. Let's fast forward to March 2024. If you don't pivot now and you continue down the road that you're on, are you gonna look back from March 2023 to March 2024 and say, damn, I should have done something else? Or more importantly, do you wish that you already pivoted, but you think that you're too far along to do something else now? These are all questions to ask yourself. Let's take my videos, for example. I made a video a few videos back, you can watch it up here, talking about me not being perfect and not being able to do this forever, and that's still a fact. Remember that things don't last forever. I've made a difference in over 500 people's lives, hopefully, and I did that for 3 years over the course of 200 plus videos. All good things must come to an end at some point. Nobody can output great work forever. So let's say that you decide to stop doing your hobby altogether. I think you then have to find something to fill your time with. Like, what are you gonna do with that newfound free time? Are you gonna pick up another hobby that you've been eyeing? Are you just gonna chill? I mean, personally, I can never just chill. I always have to be doing something to fill my time. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting time. The good thing about these videos is that I feel like I'm doing something productive, I like what I do, and people are getting value out of it. So it's a win on all three fronts. If you're like me, try picking up something else. Maybe you've always wanted to learn piano, but your other hobby took up all your free time. Now you're done with your old hobby and now it's time for piano. You never know until you try it. But, pivoting doesn't have to be doing something else. It can mean that you do the same thing but just in a different way. Let's take my videos for example. When I inevitably run out of ideas, I'm gonna have to find something to pivot to make videos about. But I'm not stopping altogether. I'm just making videos on something different. Like let's say you knit as a hobby for example, and you used to knit hats, but then you got bored of hats and you thought that you plateaued, right? Instead of giving up knitting altogether, you can now knit sweaters or scarves or gloves or something else. Then let's say you put them up on Etsy, you start selling them, and now you've just pivoted and you're making money doing something that you like to do. See what I mean? It's all about exploring your options. But I don't want to be the one to tell you that you should quit something, because I heavily believe in this picture that I'm about to put up on the screen right now. As you can see, the person was digging for diamonds and the person on the bottom was literally right there, and they gave up and they started walking back. There are going to be times when you feel like giving up because you ran out of ideas or you're burnt out or whatever the case is. And I just want you to remember how far you've made it. Go back and look at the first things that you made. Go back and look at the first sales that you made. Go back and look at something that you did, because it'll remind you of the task that you asked of yourself, and then you're gonna see how far you made it. And remember, you can always take a break. Sometimes we just need to recharge and then we're able to come back with new ideas. If there was one thing that I had to tell you, it would be to try something new for a bit and see where your creativity takes you. But if it's really causing you more headache than it's worth, then it might be time to hang it up. And as always, thanks for watching.